Right, to solve an equation like this, we need to think what are the steps we need to do. So to get a by itself, we first need to take away the 1, because that's the opposite of adding 1, and then divide by 4, because this means times by 4, and we need to do the opposite. So let's just make a note at the side what we have to do. So we need to take away a 1, and then divide by 4. So to set out an exam, we're going to take away the 1 from here, so we need to take away a 1 from the other side of the equals. So we're left with 4a equals 10. So to get a by itself, we're going to divide by 4, so divide both sides by 4, and then simply leave your answer as a fraction, so 10 over 4, which can then simplify to give you 5 over 2, and if you really want to, you can change it to a decimal, which is 2.5. Right, with this one, again, look at what you have to do. So to get to b, and you do the opposite of take away 3, which is add 3, do the opposite of times by 2, which is divide by 2. So again, let's make a note of that. So add 3, divide by 2. So set it out in an exam, add 3, add 3. So we've got 2b equals 9, and then divide by 2, divide by 2, so left with b equals 9 over 2. Again, you can change that to a decimal if you want, which is 4.5. Let's try one that's got a divide now. So again, to get to c, I need to do the opposite of take away 2, which is add 2, then the opposite of divide by 5, which is times by 5. So add 2 times by 5. So set that out in an exam. So add 2, so we get c over 5 equals 10, then times by 5, so we get c equals 50. Right, let's try one where we have to rearrange the equation. So same thing as before, I want to get a by itself, so I need to do the opposite, so I need to take away 1 and then divide by 4. So let's make a note of that, take away 1, divide by 4. So set out an exam as take away 1, take away 1. So this side is nice and straightforward, just 4a. The other side, just say what you see. You've got y minus a 1. Then divide by 4, divide by 4. So your answer is simply a equals y minus 1 over 4. Now you can see that take away 1, divide by 4 are the steps we said at the top. So once you got confident, you can get to the final step straight away. Let's try this one. So 2b minus 3 equals y. So again, write down what we have to do. So you have to add 3, divide by 2. So add 3, add 3. So we get 2b equals y, add 3. Simple as that. Divide by 2, divide by 2. So we get b equals y plus 3 divided by 2. And again, look, that's what we said at the top here. Add 3, divide by 2. Right, let's try one with divide. So same steps, we need to add a 2 and then times by 5. So add 2, so we get c over 5 equals y add 2 times by 5 times by 5. Now in algebra, when we multiply by a number, we normally put the number at the front, so it's 5 times by y add 2. I'd need brackets around y add 2, and I don't need to write the times symbol in the middle, so I can leave my answer like that. And again, look, that comes from the top. Add 2 times by 5. Right, with equations with letters on both sides, the first thing we need to do is get rid of one of the letters. So on this side, I've got the smaller number of letters, I've got 2a, so straight away I'm just going to take away those 2a's. So I need to take away the 2a's on the other side of the equals. So I'm left with 7a minus 2a is 5a. I've still got my plus 5, and on the other side I've got a 12. Now, as soon as you get to here, it's the same steps as before, so I'm going to write down, and you take away 5, divide by 5. So let's quickly do those steps. Take away 5, take away 5. So 5a equals 7. Divide by 5, divide by 5. So a equals 7 over 5. Well, again, you can write that as decimal, it's 1.4. Next one. So same thing, we need to get rid of one of the letters. So here's the smaller number of b's. So I'm going to take away the 3b straight away. Take away the 3b's. So I'm left with 2b minus 15, that stays the same. But on the other side this time, these two disappear, so I've just got minus 2 left. It's very important we keep the minus sign. Now same steps as before, we need to add 15 and then divide by 2. So let's quickly do those steps. Add 15, add 15. So we've got 2b equals minus 2, add 15. That's exactly the same as 15, take away 2, which is 13. Now divide by 2, divide by 2, which is b is equal to 13 over 2. And again, we can change that to a decimal, which is 6.5. And finally, for this one, this time, I've got minus 2c's, so to get rid of that, I'm going to add 2c's, and add 2c's on this side. So I'm left with 10c plus 2 equals 7. So now we can write down the steps, so let's take away 2, and then divide by 10. So we've got take away 2, take away 2, so 10c equals 5, divide by 10, divide by 10, so c equals 5 over 10, which again, that simplifies to a half, or write it as a decimal, which is 0.5. Now quickly before we finish, if you want an inequality, so for example, if instead of equals, we had greater than, it's exactly the same process, except instead of writing equals, we're just going to write the symbol that's there. So I'm going to write greater than here, greater than here, greater than here. Simple as that.